video 2 on effective job searching. This channel is dedicated to making your job search a little bit more easier, whether you are a newcomer or you're just here to, tweak your skills a little bit. I hope the information that I give you benefit your job searching as it's benefited me. Again, we're in this life together, so anything that I learn, I'm gonna pass off, and hopefully you share your information with us. Okay, let's talk about the second lesson of today, or the second lesson of the series. The second lesson of the series will be about using the internet as an effective job searching tool, and I will break it down in 3 simple categories: using primary websites, using secondary websites, and using the website's interface to benefit your job searching, tactics. Okay, on to question of the day. The most requested question I was asked was a right email username. I really implore anyone out there that's on their job searching is to get a professional email using your first and your last name and whatever domain you decide to use. So to kind of prove my point, I want you to close your eyes and picture this. You're walking, you have $20 in your hand, and you want to give your $20 to the next person who comes in your way. So, coincidence, there's 3 people that walking down all at the same time, and they all got tattoos on their head. One have a tattoo saying, "Get money 33" right across their forehead. The second one says, baby got back 32 right across their forehead. And the third one has Thomas Jefferson right across their forehead. Even though it's not a good idea to get a face tattoo, most likely you're going to give it to the person with the name Thomas Jefferson on their forehead, because that name kind of dignifies, well, at least he'll do good with my money. Most likely. That's and to show you, your email name, your email address is your first contact with any position you apply for. And whatever position you apply for has hundreds of people applying for the same position as you. And what employers are trying to do are trying to find a way as fast as possible to get rid of anyone that seem unnecessary. You could have a PhD and 20 years of experience in a certain, for that position you apply for, but you have an email address like MooseGetLoose32. They're not even going to take a chance and look at your resume. All they're going to see is a stupid username, a stupid email name, and they're going to get rid of it. So you gotta recognize that you're not the only one applying for the job, and the best way to make a good first impression is to use your name. I have an positive example. I have a friend who has a nonprofit, and his email address is his first name, his last name, and his nonprofit's name. When you see email address like that, the first thing you got, this guy takes a lot of pride in his name and in his character and his first impression. So I really implore you, first, last name at whatever domain you decide to use. If you can't get your first and last name, get your first, last name, and use a number. First impressions are the best impressions, so you want to make a really good first impression. That's it for the question. Let's get into the main lesson. The way I describe a primary job searching website will be the website that is most popular. Right now, the most successful mass websites for job searching are Career Builder, Monster, Indeed, Jobs.com, and Simply Hire. So again, the most successful job searching websites are Career Builder, Jobs.com, Monster, Indeed, and Simply Hire. When you get the chance, take them out. The pros of these websites is that you have a really good chance of having a whole bunch of mass positions thrown at you. You have a wider array of positions. You might have positions that don't even fit your field, but you meet the qualifications of. But the cons are so many that it kind of takes, it's like digging for a needle in a haystack to find a position that you see yourself perfect for, that you meet the descriptions. So the pros of these websites will be so many more job possibilities that you might find. You have a lot of people use these websites, and because they're the more popular ones. but the cons are, those you got so many jobs being thrown at you that you might miss out on the concentrated one that fits you because so many, you gotta look through so many. So let's talk about the secondary job searching websites. For example, myself, I am a marketing major. There are specific websites that are just for people in the marketing domain that target the marketing demographic. That anybody that have a marketing job that knows about this, they'll put these on this website. So if I want to work in a university, there is a website like higheredjobs.com that all the colleges post on this is nationwide job board just for university jobs. So for these, you probably have to do a little bit more research. It's really easy to find. Just say health. If I'm a nurse in healthcare in a healthcare field, just say nursing job boards. Google it. You'll be able to find it. The pros from this, like you said, is a lot more concentrated towards your area. It's less time filtering through a lot of positions that really don't matter. And you have a really better chance of finding something that kind of matches you, and directly what you need. The cons that is not being used as the monsters, those indies, those, simply hires. And you have a chance of missing out on these positions that really don't have a classification, but it fits your experience and your skill level. So, the pros and cons of each website. I think if you're on your job searching, I think you should use both. And use as many websites as possible, either a mass website for jobs or a secondary website for jobs. I think you should use both. The more websites you use, the better chance that you might find it. It might take a whole lot of time, but it's worth it at the end. So, take your time, Google the great websites that are good for you, that fits your needs, and use them. Utilize them to the best of your ability. So point 3, we're going to be speaking about using the job searching website's interfaces. Anytime that you decide to use a job searching website and they ask you to create a profile, it's really important that you make the profile as strong as possible. One of the best I use today is LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a great networking tool that when you create this is not only just for searching for jobs, but you can create a profile, you can get recommendations, and it boosts your credibility. That if anybody look at your website or look at your profile on LinkedIn, they see everything you done. But you have to make sure that you make it as strong as possible. Make sure every nook and cranny that they ask you to do is filled in, because not only are you looking for, on any job board websites, not only are you looking for a job, there's certain people that are looking through resumes that are posted on these websites that if you match the keywords or you match the experience, they'll look towards you. Now, as one of my friends Ed told me, is that the worst sell that you can mess up is a sell that is coming towards you. They already want to come towards you. But if they come towards you and you don't have your stuff together, then that opportunity is lost. So when you decide to use these job websites, use the interface, make the interface as strong as possible. Like again, if you have a LinkedIn, make it as strong as possible. If you have a monster profile, pictures, cover letter, resume, and all, make it as strong as possible, so that if there's a chance that anybody searches your profile, that it'll do something and portrays you the best. Each website that you go to and each website you can create a profile for, there's a little button that you're able to have a certain search criteria and email it right to your email address. What that do is make it more convenient for you that the websites, if anything's posted, if I'm looking for the administrative position with 2 years of experience in the Philadelphia area, with a little bit of, I have to know graphic designing, you can make it as specific as possible. But I want these alerts every 2 days. Every 2 days, this website will send you an email listing the jobs that just been posted that fit the criteria that you set. This is a really good tool, a really good weapon to find positions that you might have missed in these mass job searches. Or if you forget if you're using so many websites like I am, and you forget to check them, they'll send them to you. So whatever either you use a mass job searching website or a small job searching website, make sure you use these search options so they can start sending you positions that fit. Okay, so what's been going on with me this week? I had a 2.5 hour interview at a publishing company for a marketing officer coordinator. I didn't get the position. The person who beat me out had a bookkeeping experience, more bookkeeping experience than I did. So I lost out on it, but in the next coming weeks, I'm gonna start teaching myself how to bookkeep, and hopefully that I can put that on my resume once I get comfortable with it. I've been meeting a lot of people through networking, and I really appreciate the advice a lot of people gave to. One of the men, he invited me to a club meeting downtown, which is awesome. I'm honored, and I spoke to a woman that really, man, she really gave me a lot of good advice. Also, a man I spoke today for an hour just had a lot of good advice, and they asked me to email me my resume. Great people I've been meeting. I appreciate the people that I've been talking to and reaching, the ones that I reached out. If you're on LinkedIn, please look me up. My name is Tyree Morgan. If you're not on LinkedIn, I advise you to get one. And when you get one, join my group. It's Entry Level Professional Connections. And I, hope to see you join, and so we all can help each other, get through this and find a good position. So, again, I thank you for taking the time out today to watch my video. And again, keep your head up and be strong. It's tough looking for a job. I know it's kind of rough, but you got to keep chopping, because that's what it's all about. Keep chopping and chopping until you get there. And once you get there, keep, aim to the next goal. So again, good job hunting. Have a good night. God bless.